The agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
I'll second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstaining? 6 opposed. Public comment. Mary Scanner Beck.
For our quarter one staff of the quarter, we are proud to recognize Mrs. Crystal Spellman as our certified staff of the quarter. Mrs. Spellman consistently goes above and beyond for students in our school community. Her dedication extends far beyond the classroom. She not only teaches with excellence, but also coaches cheer, constantly seeking creative ways to engage students and enhance their learning experiences. Her colleagues highlight her unwavering commitment. She consistently puts forth remarkable effort in both teaching and coaching, using data to guide instruction and taking initiative to ensure students receive the highest quality education. Mrs. Spellman approaches challenges with solutions rather than complaints, often sacrificing personal time, including lunch breaks, to support her students' success. As our school continues to innovate with programs like IXL during RTI time, Mrs. Spellman has shown herself to be a very valuable asset, always thinking ahead and making a meaningful impact both inside and outside the classroom. Her care, dedication, and passion for student growth truly embody the spirit of excellence we celebrate in our staff. And for our classified staff of the quarter, we are thrilled to honor Mrs. Brenda McIntosh as our classified staff member of the quarter. Ms. McIntosh is an outstanding paraprofessional whose dedication, energy, and positivity make a lasting impact on both our students and staff. From the moment she steps onto campus, her infectious personality and consistent smile create a welcoming and uplifting atmosphere that sets a positive tone for the entire school day. Mrs. McIntosh's contributions go far beyond her basic duties. She supervises attendance recovery and detention, tutors students, and consistently supports teachers and staff behind the scenes. She builds meaningful relationships with students, always looking out for their best interests, no matter who they are, and is often the first person to step in and help wherever needed. During her after-school duties, she ensures students are fed, sometimes cooking for them or shopping for food for them to take home, demonstrating her deep care for their well-being both in and out of school. Whether performing her morning metal detector duties or assisting in the classroom, she warmly greets every student, infusing kindness, encouragement into every interaction. Her colleagues highlight her unwavering commitment to student success, noting that she gives 100% every day, treats students like her own, and approaches every task with professionalism, flexibility, and heart. Her positive attitude, helpfulness, and dedication exemplify the very best in our school community.
Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you got it. Yes. That is great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Waynesville Career Center.
So, y'all are, I did this a couple years ago, my first year. I visited all the school boards of our area schools. Y'all were actually the very first lobby. Y'all are fifth now. I got 2 more to go after this. But I'm just going to really come down to thank you for sending your students for first and foremost. We feel like we offer a great opportunity for the students. If you look at your sheet right here, I've just got some numbers. You're up 2 from where you were last year, and you see your 3-year average. Really, if you look at that student at or above 90%, 96.4% is really good to have that many students that are 90 at 90. So obviously your students are showing up, which is a good thing. We do have a new program this year. At the bottom there, it's the new it's Pathways to Teaching. You have 1 student. We got a late start on that, going through our advisory. So we only have 5 area students. I fully expect talking to other schools that'll be full next year. And Waynesville's fairly close.
Is that a 2-year program or just a 1-year program?
So it is, we're selling as a 1-year program right now, mainly for seniors. However, the possibility of 2 years, if they do 2 years, the first year is just like what you're seeing, the cadet teaching, increasing each quarter. Second year would be, it's 80% cadet teaching. So
Did they get any certificates or anything out of it?
they get, so this year their IRC would be the certificate.
Oh, okay.
Deputy's taking that away. So it will be the para pro. You have the choice between either one of those. There's been more success with the sub-cert. Plus, we really are, there's the opportunity to be a para. We really want to push them to go ahead and get that teaching certificate as quick as they can. Sub-cert would allow them to work in schools and, right away, maybe earn extra money or whatever, just get used to it. If you can be a sub, you can definitely be, you can survive that. Not a big question. And so, and then those students, of course, the big selling point on the advisory, which has several area administrators on my advisory, was the fact that they would be their cadet teaching in the district if they so chose. And you do have one that is in your district going to cadet teaching. So we're really happy that program's taken off. We're really excited about that program. Just a couple other things. We are finishing a house. We're hoping by the end of this semester. Don't know if we're going to make it. That's on a 2-year cycle, but we fully expect after some board approval to get the next one started, so that we have kind of an overlap to get all of our programs going at the same time. And that house is being built right behind the Arc, if you know where Waynesville, actually just in Lakeway School District. We had your 8th grade tours a couple weeks ago, went really well. Students very respectful, very well behaved. They always are. Your sophomore tours, and that's a big one for us. They come at the start of December. That's huge for us. It's a huge recruiting opportunity. It's really hasn't been a Crocker thing. It's been a couple of other schools. Do ask that you try to send all your sophomores, and here's why. Some students know if they want to be a welder. Some students know if they want to get an HVAC. A lot of students don't know that they wanted to be in commercial printing. They didn't want to be coding. Those teachers recruit them. They don't have welding machines or anything that they bring them in. Their personalities go a long way. A lot of those students find success in those pathways. A lot of them because of those tours that one day. So if you can, a lot of them have come across some where they get the permission slip to, opt out or whatever. I would strongly encourage you to try to send all your sophomores that day. And this has not been a Crocker. It's really having an issue with Crocker, but I told all the boards that because we really have teachers that really do a good job recruiting. We have some students that have found kind of their niche in some programs that they had no idea before that day they came over. And then last is we will have our meeting December 3rd for our superintendent and principal from all of our area schools. Now, if you have any questions for me, good on my pathways for sure.
Back with the pathways, is that right now you said it's a 1-year program or you're pushing it to 2?
You're giving seniors kind of the option.
Seniors, or you have to be a senior to be eligible?
We're giving seniors first priority. And then
Is there a certain number of seats in that class?
Yes, right around 16 per session. So like if we have 5 late start, we can talk with other schools. I think I know some schools send the go caps, and that's fine. I'm not competing with go caps, but I think some, obviously with the transportation issue and all that, might need pathways, but that's going to be up to each school. But you don't foresee our tuition going up. If you compare our tuition to other schools, other career centers, I think you'll find us more than there. So that isn't there's no talk of it. I won't bring it up. I've been a city school principal. I know. Good question. Anything else for me?
All right. Thanks, sir.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Opa.
My name is Sarah Knight, and I am your new Director of Nutrition Services with OPA. We have a great first month. This week is marks our month of service. During the month of October, we saw an average of about 215 breakfasts a day and about 413 lunches a day, and about 51 who utilized the Olive Cart services each day. We've really enjoyed getting to know all the students and the staff, and we're looking forward to continuing, building those positive relationships throughout the school year. We feel like we've had a relatively smooth transition into service. Student and staff engagement during meal times seems to go very well. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from them. They seem to really like the menu variety. They love the fruits and veggies. They have really dug into having those fruits and veggies every day. So one of the things we really want to focus on, in the months coming up, is quality presentation and nutrition for those kiddos. We're going to introduce some new seasonal menu items, continue promoting student participation. And then we did do a survey that we got some, pretty good participation on. We were getting about a 4.2 stars out of a 5-star from staff and parents and students, I believe it was. But we'll continue doing those throughout the school year, just to see, how students are liking their choices and things like that. We thank you guys for the opportunity to serve and partner with you guys. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, we definitely welcome those.
Has the staff are eating more, are you saying?
Staff and students, participation has been up. I know with breakfast, I want to say it was like 26%.
We were about 175 before for breakfast, and now we're
And then I think it was around 15% for lunch. So, and one thing that we're seeing is, kids may choose an option that morning, and then they're getting there, and then they see what the choice is. And so as they're learning those choices, then they're starting to gauge what they like, and that kind of helps, with our counts in the mornings and the afternoons. So it's been a good thing.
I've heard a lot of positive feedback.
Good.
Yeah, I have. You said there was 4.2 out of 5. Was there like a common concern or a common thing that complaining about? 4.2 seems good.
Really, I think it just talked about like meal choices and how did you like, for instance, super nachos? How would you rate this, and what would you like to see on the menu, and those types of things. So
and I think there was over 100 people that participated in the survey.
Yeah.
So there was a lot. It wasn't like 10 people.
Are the serving portions the same for the elementaries as they are for the high schools?
No, they are a little bit different. We go by the Missouri state guidelines.
Okay.
So we
What about
really have
staff? Is that-
staff typically is the high school portion.
Okay.
Um,
I think our staff get charged more, don't they?
Then a student meal, yeah.
I want to say the meal is $3.50 for the hot entree, and then $4 for the salad bar.
And
What's that?
it's cheaper for students, so isn't it? I think, or
Well,
I know it's through due or it's free,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
saying
right now I
in the
think we're
grand scheme of things,
the CEP plan,
yeah.
and so they're free,
Or
for breakfast and lunch. So
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Justin Smith.
Hey, guys.
Good, how are
Good,
you?
you?
Good. I got a couple questions. Question number one, has the school entered into a contract ever with Medley Construction for work to be performed at the school? Anybody know about that?
The only thing that I know of is there was a grant before I got into this position. There was a grant that was accepted that he performed services on. I don't know if there was a contract on it, but I know that he was awarded a grant. Yeah.
Do you know if the work was completed? That he was awarded with?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge that it was completed, or it was like,
You don't-
you don't know if it's completed or not, or it wasn't completed?
The person who was in charge of that grant told me it was not completed.
Okay. Do you know what the grant came from?
I don't.
Okay.
I got the, how much you got paid.
Okay.
Anybody wants to know? It was, there was a check that was cut for $20,213.10. And that was for 3 different projects.
And to the board's knowledge, and to the superintendent's knowledge, that work was not fully completed. Okay.
Not that I'm tracking.
Okay.
Yeah, here's that, if you want to see it.
Ms. Stewart was in charge of
Yeah.
it.
Year.
Sorry, oh, you're fine.
Yeah, what year was it?
23. The check was wrote on January 6th of 23. And it has it broke down to each job, what each job actually, so what job are you referring to then?
Any of them, I mean, I would need.
So there was a countertop with sinks. That was $4,110. There was a chain link fence with 2 gates, which was $4,750. And then there was a girls and boys partitions and hardware and freight for $12,992.
Okay, so who would have been in charge? I mean, who would have been heading that up? Who would have been ensuring that the work was done? I would find it shockingly surprising that the school didn't have a contract to pay out that kind of money to somebody
For sure.
that was gonna do the work, right? So, I would just want to know, I mean, as a constituent and a taxpayer, like, where's the contract? What work was needed to be done? And what's it fulfilled? Right. The other thing I've got, we'll move past that. The same year, 2023 in August, Medlin Construction, BJ Medlin personally, and Legacy Land Company had started a raffle. This was August 16th of 2023, where they sold or raffled off 2 guns, raised $5,000. And I will quote this: "The money raised will go towards paying lunch debts that are owed by students in the Crocker School District." That raffle was fulfilled in September of 2023. Did the school receive that money?
We received no money.
No.
No.
For the record, the school never received money from the raffle that was held from BJ Medlin, correct?
Correct.
Somebody did come in, did they not, and write a check or not? For that?
There was someone who came in a couple weeks ago and wrote $1,000 check.
Okay, was it BJ?
No.
Thank you. The other thing, I'm gonna segue into something a little bit different. I am the outreach director for the First Baptist Church over here, and we want to partner with the school and ensure that any kids that are in need of winter coats, hats, gloves, their parents included, or food boxes, to please reach out to me. So we can get that information and we will get them whatever they need.
Okay.
So, and then I guess back to that a little bit, can you email me the information on that
Sure.
contract for Medlin Construction?
Mhm.
Okay, that's all I got. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Okay, you got the consent agenda in front of you. Minutes for October 7th. Scheduled bills.
I did have some questions on
Go
the
ahead.
ledger, but I've already talked to Mandy about it. But if you want me to go over them, I can.
Sure.
It's whatever everybody wants to do. So like on page 10, I wanted just to know about the high school travel, about what that actually entailed. I think that was just principal traveling to conferences and not to conferences and stuff like that. Cause I've seen that we were, at 85% of our budget there, which isn't much, just things that I just looked at.
And that's conference fees.
And fees as well. And then on page 11, our summer school supplies. I wanted to ensure to see if that was part of summer school from last year, which it turned out to be that. I think going forward, I think Mandy said that there's a way they can go back and put it into the previous year's budget. Is that right?
There is, we'll have to do some systems and do that, but it actually says that you do say it per year that it's gonna be behind though.
Sometimes you just get bills like for credit cards,
The waivers.
especially in the, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, okay. I know we've talked about that in the past. I just wanted to make sure that's where it was, that it wasn't spent.
And some of those were on the Simple Trust, which you get that next month, so.
And then the next one's on page 19. Board of Education, the audit. I just seen we was over budget on that, but then I wanted to make sure if that was part of last year's. I know we had some extra fees incurred on that, so that's all that entailed. A little further down was the superintendent travel. I think we were at 80% there, but that's just, I just want to make sure if we're budgeting enough or if we need to, if we're spending too much. So all that was just fine. Page 20, the high school secretary salaries. I noticed that it was at 50%. It's part why we're taking out Miss Carlton's salary out of that, which is reimbursed.
Yep.
So that's why
So
it's
that's
high.
why it's over.
Yeah.
It should be at 33%.
33%. Yep. And Mandy and I did the math where if we subtracted that, I think it was like what, 30?
34.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to
When does that reimbursement come back?
It should be on that, whenever that grant is turned in, it's a little bit, it's on the event.
Yeah. So probably at the end of the year.
So we may not see that until.
Yeah, well,
on the revenue side.
yeah, we'll see it on the revenue, not on this.
Yeah.
So it doesn't match up.
Yeah.
We'll always be over on this side.
I just wanted to make sure because it didn't.
Yeah.
add up. Next one's on page 21, the O&M site improvements. I've seen that we were over budget on that, but I think that there was some things that we had to have done.
New parking lot.
Yeah, so I don't know in the future if we need to budget more or just.
Yeah. We'll just move money around for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we may, I mean, I don't, if it needs to be spent on that fund, I don't want to move money per se, right? Only like if it's not funded in the right spot.
Yeah. And that is like, that's our Fund 4 where we did spend more in that parking lot and it is bigger. It is, so.
But it's not really part of budget because we
No.
don't really budget out of Fund 4.
No, we kind of knew that was going to be a big project.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Next page was 23. Transportation fees. I was just curious on what that was. We're over budget on that. That's just registering, licensing the vehicles.
Mhm.
So just have a lot.
Yep.
Next question I had was like, I noticed OPA wasn't in there yet, but I guess it's probably because we haven't paid out, what Mandy said.
Yep.
So.
And that'll come out of, so right now we have, 198 out of food. Food supplies is 198.
It's going to be a separate line item though, right or no?
I mean, we can cut it into that, but right there is where all of that's going to come out of because,
That's the supplies.
yeah, because they're going to pay for all of it.
198.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And then on that page 24, there's parents and teachers dues and fees. I was just curious, we're over budget there, but that's just standard classes and fees that they have.
Yeah, but they are getting reimbursed,
Oh, okay.
$315. Was it $315?
I think that's what I wrote.
It was a visit tracker. They put in a grant for it and they're getting reimbursed.
So is it better to budget that into it even though we're getting it reimbursed, or is
We
it,
don't
I mean, is it
budget,
6 to 1 day, half a dozen?
Yeah, we just don't budget grants, and I don't like to budget grants because then we
For
have to
sure.
put that in the, yeah.
Okay.
So they're explainable. if you
Yeah,
will.
for sure. And that's all that I had. Yeah.
All right, financial report.
So if you guys look at the fund balance comparison, like it has been over the past couple months, we're pretty much tracking, last year our fund 1 was very high. This year we're all spread out. But our renewal rates, the feds have cut rates. And that means our renewal rate is not going to be at 4% at the Bank of Crocker. It is going to be at 3.25. So our checking is not at 4% either. It's going to be at 3.84. So we can either wrap up our CDs, which our CDs are at 444,000. We can wrap those up for another year at the 3.25, or just cash them in, put them in Fund 1 at 384 is what we're getting right now, just sitting in our checking. So that's what I wanted to bring to you guys tonight. Just sitting in our checking, we will make more than wrapping them up in our CDs. and holding them there for a year,
It's a 12-month CD.
12-month CD. So
Is there a way that we can shop the CDs around to other banks just to see if there's a competitive edge there?
good. We have to know by the 13th. So I need at least
January,
something. You're gonna have to tell me one way or the other.
13th of December?
No.
9 days.
So tonight.
I need to know. The rest of the DESI School of Finance, we've kind of made up some, but I mean, we're still down 4% in transportation, 8% in Prop C. We are 4% over in basic formula, but 13% in classroom trust. We are still down. So
We
hope
kind of expected this a little bit though, right?
yeah. December and January, we should be getting our local funds. I'm expecting, I mean, even in our 5%, we're hoping to get like 1.6. So our Fund 1 should go up, and that'll help. But right now we are tight for this month. So
Has the shutdown affected us at all? Any?
it hasn't, no.
What transfer? Go ahead. Sorry.
What was it that you asked?
If the
Shutdown.
The government issue.
So usually we get our reimbursements at the end of the year because a lot of our federal comes from our special education. And we get at the end whenever we apply for our reimbursement. So
Those monies would have been allocated last fiscal year, correct?
yeah.
So those monies are secured anyway.
So we should be good. State hasn't been affected yet.
Okay.
And as far as transportation goes, we're still, 75% funded or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
50%
Fully funded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen a difference in us utilizing that fund correctly or that.
We're maximizing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else? Alright. Between the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Discussion.
I'll second it.
Second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstained? 6-0. All right. Coach Schofield.
Okay, I've wondered, thought, we have a lot of kids running around at ball games. Elementary kids had one break her arm during the girls' junior high tournament. I saw St. James did this a while back, it's been a couple of years, that elementary kids sit with their parents and not run around. It's gonna affect some people in here, actually. And I know that's a lot. We also have kids going outside, back in, back out, back in. I can't think it's anything good. One person told me that's the only place their phone works, but everybody else's phone worked in the gym. If I can make mine work in the gym, I don't see why anybody else can. So just some thoughts. I think the in and out, we need to charge them if they come back in. And we have adults that go out and smoke them up. And we probably let them back in without doing it. One problem I see, Matt's kids do the gate, and they do a great job. I hate to put them under a whole lot of pressure of getting high school kids to have to pay. We have parents that will drop their kids off and won't ever come in with them. Now, if we won't be sued, hey, leave it like it is. I'm more worried about them running around the bleachers. They bring footballs, basketballs, and throw them around. Just your thoughts. I actually mentioned once, maybe just putting something in the program. Well, a lot of those people don't read. And I think if we did it, we'd be the first in the conference. I think we'd have some others follow us because everybody has this problem. We talked about it at the AD meeting the other night. And it's not only our kids. And I'll run them back to the parents. They'll be out 5 minutes later. We're just a gigantic babysitting service, and I think you all know that. And I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. Unless we put that in and it'll probably make some people mad. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Kids like to climb on that ledge out there. The administrator can't get sued on if they fall, right? If not, I'm not signing up for any more administration. They can't. That's my thoughts. And in this world, lawsuit happy. But it's just, they'll run, the ball will be at one end and they'll run across there. And luckily not too much happened till this time. And it was during halftime, so it wasn't like that. She just slipped and fell. But I don't know, are we how responsible we are for that?
And we have had some incidents, you know, going down to the multipurpose room. We had a group of kids go down there, get into some fights. I mean, we're
What-
not
They leave the
responsible.
gates open because of leak, I think is why. And the custodians are in and out. I understand it's a pain to lock those things. But they somehow slipped down there. These were junior high kids.
Yeah.
And they were good enough to video it so we could all see the fight if we wanted.
Yeah.
Not the smartest move in the world. But it's more the little kids I'm worried about.
Yeah.
And I think it's great they want to come and watch, but they don't want to come and watch. I know it's hard on the parents. And we're sure not, that tournament, we definitely weren't the only school, but we do have some. So, and you know what? Games are being streamed. We're paying a lot of money for that, so they can watch it at home. As long as we get somebody else to set up the stream, because I can't do it correctly, but that's another story too.
And shut outside.
Huh?
Set it up outside.
There you go. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why it worked. I have to believe outside there's either vaping or drinking or both. And I understand sometimes they will forget. I forgot to bring my phone over here. So, you know, one time maybe we can do it. But
I think my concern would be to the liability of I bring my third grader and drop them off, and then my third grader wanders off and they come and look for their third grader like we were supposed to have.
Yeah,
watch
well,
them.
I try to tell the coaches, don't leave till all your kids are picked up. They'll say, oh, yeah, my mom's going to meet me at Eagle Stop. That's the worst one.
Yeah.
And I never know at this time what to do. But yeah, that's a problem. And
So is there not administrators that work ball games? Like,
Oh, yeah.
That watch, that leave, the last person to leave? Is that not how it is? I'm just curious.
I try to be. I try to be unless
You're the coach, who's the?
we have a couple here that can be a little chit chatty after basketball games. I'll leave them, the adults.
Yeah, the adult.
But there's kids and, but you know, we can put all this in and say, sit with your parents. There was at the, junior high tournament, there was a parent, they're sitting in the bleachers, right there behind the scorecard. The kid's climbing on the bars. So I don't know how much the parents. I just want to make sure the school doesn't get sued. Because I'm in my golden years and I don't want to spend any more money on it than I have to. According to my wife, we're broke. Gambling problem or something, I'm not sure what it is she has. But anyway, if we could, I don't know if you want to put something in, it may be more problems than it's worth. Joey, we run them back, but they can't be everywhere. Just like the night they had to fight, I was on one end, they snuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can't watch.
You can't watch everything, Matt. I don't know how many times he's had to run them out of the cafeteria. And I don't know with both doors. But I don't know, it'll cause the administrator some problems to begin with. That's why I'm not signing up. Outside's a lot easier. But just inside those bleachers are a problem, but that's not even where the little girl fell. Just the elementary kids running around, and I don't know if we want to be the first or we can make an announcement and try that and see, put it in the program. Whatever you guys think, it's just, I know everybody's having problems with it in the
I
conference.
know, yeah. There's a lot of kids
Is
that
there
just
some
get dropped
restriction
off.
that we can make at a certain point? They have to have
Like 16 and
parents
older,
attend- Yeah, right.
15 and older.
I think
At least elementary school should have
the
to be.
sixth grade, you know, that's such a weird age. Some of them are a lot smarter than us, and some, you know, should be back in kindergarten. So I don't know what the age is. I think elementary at least, if you're going to put it in.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's gonna cost some work for the administrators, but if it'll save the school a lawsuit, and I don't know. That
I
ledge
mean, I
thing makes
think the
me
reentry.
nervous. I've ran kids off there 2 and 3 times, and some of them just go out there to sit and play their games, but, or whatever they're doing out there. So just thoughts.
Yeah.
And having that tournament, it just every night. Of course, the adults act worse than the kids. We had a fight between parents and stuff like that too. So whatever you guys think, we'll just keep running them back till decisions made, I guess. And he can be the bad guy all the time, but
Well, people are there
that's
to
why I
watch
do
a
that
ball
big
game.
money, right? Huh?
People are there to watch a ball game, not watch kids run in front of them. And
Well, yeah, and the other ones are there for babysitting. And I know it's hard to get those kids seated, so I don't know the right answer. I hate for people to miss a game because of they don't want to sit with their kids. But
Okay.
just thoughts, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll discuss. Thank you.
Good night.
You as well.
Mr. J?
Well, I don't have to add to my report there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Schrader. I'm jumping the gun here.
He was like, what?
You're right.
You was up there already.
Giving you guys.
Wait, I was going like a big six.
I'll let you do the PD report.
Do you feel invisible?
I'm the PD chair, part of the district leadership team facilitator position is you get the PD chair position also, which is great. So I included a copy of our professional development plans for the school year, looking at team effectiveness, data cycles, strategic financial oversight of the PD sign, all that stuff. Then this year we broke the PD plan down to grade level focus. So elementary was focusing this year on standards-based teaching and learning, and the high school was focused on research based instructional strategies. So those both came from the buildings. That is the professional development plan. Simple, straightforward. Just kind of talks about what we plan to do this year, and then we'll revisit it next year. We'll revisit it at the end of the school year, and then we'll plan for next year. So
You meet twice a year, you said?
the PD committee actually meets monthly. So we have our district leadership team meeting, and then at the end of the leadership team meeting, the PD committee meets monthly to review PD requests and look at the expenditures and stuff, and look at the PD needs of the school district. We'll just review this plan twice a year, but we refer back to it throughout the school year as we're looking at the requests and other things that are coming into us from the buildings. So, and then that leads into the handbook. I'm gonna say most of the handbook has been the same since beginning of time, because a lot of it is copied directly from DESI. It's a lot of stuff that we have to is directly from their handbook. A couple things that we change is how to submit PD requests and stuff. So this year we have a PD form, Google form. They send it to me. I bring it to the committee once a month. The committee approves it, and then I send them an email. They send me the information. I fill out the requisition, code it correctly into the computer. The staff member goes and gets the card, or the check gets mailed, and then they bring me the receipts, and then I forward all that back to Kayla. So a couple of things that I did want to show you in the handbook is on page 4. It has the allowable expenditures. That 1% that we get from the formula funding, the 26,000, is these are the only things we can spend it on. We are, as a PD committee, we are restricted on how we can use those funds. And there you can see is stipends, reimbursements, tuition fees, certifications, resources. And then on page 6, there are the non-allowable expenditures.
And those are the one thing that I wanted to kind of draw your attention to on page 10. We're not allowed to pay for any professional development activities for non-certified staff. And I know our non-certified staff probably do need some professional development here and there, that there's some opportunities that they could go after and learn from. But the 1% that we have, we can't use for that. So if we wanted to provide that, the PD committee could oversee that, but it just can't be within the 1% that we are funded each year. We would have to add to that 1% to allow us to say, okay, this pot of money we're going to devote to non-certified staff. So like your paras and that kind of thing. So
We don't have any fund like that, do we? We don't have any money set aside.
That's like that EA travel or EA, all those things,
Mhm.
those travel funds that we give to the nurse and give to the high school
Which
office.
That doesn't go through the PD committee though. That's
No, that's that separate
so
fund.
what would be
that
different
goes
than
to-
what you're talking about than what we already have.
I just had this fall, I had some requests coming in from
Mhm.
Paris.
Yeah, like
some
paras,
Professional
yeah.
development, and they had said, well, we were told that we could do, and then I had to step back and say, well, this,
Mhm.
So then some of that mentoring that Ms. Stewart wanted to do, it
Mhm.
kind of funneled through. Now we have that mentoring project that is now sidelined on this side, not through PD.
So is that something we need to maybe add more money to funding for in the future for?
Over here,
Yeah,
not
yes,
there,
yes, keep it separated.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
so I just wanted.
There was just maybe a communication issue that someone may have said,
Yeah.
oh, go see
Yeah.
Mhm.
PD committee.
Like it's
And they're like,
within
"Oh."
that mandatory money and it's not in that pool.
Yeah, so, and then there's, the rest of the handbook just kind of goes over the guidelines and how to request the money, how to use the money. It has stuff about the tuition reimbursement and how all that's paid out. That, we don't pay out tuition reimbursements until June. They do have to come back the following year if you do a tuition reimbursement. So we do not pay that out until June 30th.
Do they have to have that submitted prior to them going?
It had to be submitted by Halloween this year.
Mhm.
October 31st is when they had to send me a letter of intent. And then in November, the committee meets and then they approve those. And then we just set that funding aside.
So if they have a meeting, like a conference in March.
Well, this is.
No, tuition
For just
only.
tuition.
College classes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But those I do monthly. And if I got a
Conferences.
couple of conferences, I do those monthly. If I got a couple that come in like 2 days after our meeting,
Mhm.
I'll try to shoot those out in an email and get the committee to respond back, approve or not. And then I'll try to get those approved.
And then if, like, say there's a new teacher that goes to a conference in August and didn't know about this, are they allowed to come in November and say, hey, I didn't know that I could put in for this? Do you guys reimburse them from the August one, or does it have to be done prior to them going?
It's done prior, but like their BTAP, their beginning teacher assistance programs, the committee, before they leave for the summer, give me approval to automatically pay for their BTAPs at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
So as the committee goes on break for the summer, they go ahead and give me permission to, when we have a new teacher come in, I already have permission to spend the money on the beginning teacher assistance programs and stuff like that. So those are kind of automatically paid out of the account by a motion.
And it has to be approved before they go?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay.
we typically want everything
Yeah,
approved before.
for sure.
That way.
Cause
we
it's
can keep
only
it good.
26,000,
Yeah,
which goes
and-
very quickly.
It goes very, very quickly. So because we pay the mentors out of that too.
Mhm.
We pay we pay their travel, we pay conference fees.
Mhm.
So their
Yeah.
tuition's $900. So
Each
if
person.
you've got a couple people that do that, that starts eating away at that 26,000.
Did you ever, is there any money ever left over? Do you
Mhm.
guys go over sometimes? We have the district pitches in the top center.
During COVID, when there was no conferences, we had plenty of money.
Yeah.
But a lot of the conferences are now starting back up and coming out of COVID. We are seeing an influx of teachers wanting to go out and learn because of their craft, but it's also.
And this is broadcasted to the staff as well, that they're tracking all this stuff at the school. Okay.
So. There.
I have a question about your tuition reimbursement there. Your board is who evaluates what those courses are
The
to
committee,
see that they're in line with their certifications for us,
yes.
okay, or their degree field.
The committee reviews the tuition reimbursements and determines if it's what aligns with the handbook. I know we had a discussion on, we had an individual wanting to change positions within the district. So it doesn't align, the class can align with their job title, but it aligns with the
Projection.
So we did look at that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ashley, is there not a line item in our ledger report that is tuition reimbursement?
That's for students.
So all certified staff comes from you, the district.
PD, it's PDC.
Yeah, but it comes from the PD committee. The district does not.
It comes from BDC and it is actually called PDC
Yeah.
tuition.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we do actually have a budget line.
How many people's on the committee?
7, 8 of us.
7 or 8.
It can't be admin.
It's
It
equal.
can't be admin.
Yeah.
It's the DLT without.
So it's the teachers that serve on the district leadership team, which is an equal representation from the high school and elementary. And we try to get one floater teacher, like
Miss
Bear,
Houlihan,
Miss
yeah.
Houlihan. They are in both buildings. So we try to make sure that everything is equal, even down to the budget. The travel money is split in half. Each building gets the same. The conference fees, it's the exact same. The tuition is lumped in one big block. And then EDC has some supplies, like if we're going to bring in, we're going to have a meeting with all the teachers and we're going to go over some instructional strategies. We can buy snacks for that meeting. So we do have a supply budget for that.
And I saw it not to exceed $900. How often do you guys reevaluate that? The price of classes go up, I think, right? Every year? Do they not? I don't know. For colleges, yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been reevaluated in a while, or?
No, but
I'm sure the 1%'s gone up, right?
yeah,
Oh.
we run out of funds. So
Mhm.
actually,
Our 1% hasn't gone up in a long time.
It's 1% of our budget, though.
No, it's 1% of what we get from the state.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So actually, the state actually recommends maybe dialing back on the tuition
Really?
to allow, because you're tying up $900 on one person. That could prepare for 3 or 4 conferences for them, 3 or 4 other teachers. So the state actually recommends dialing back on tuition because it is.
A lot of
it
people
will
don't
eat a lot of
even
your
pay for
budget up.
tuition, schools.
Oh, really?
So I've been doing this 6, 7 years. I've only come across one tuition reimbursement that was under $900, and it was letters. If they take letters, they can pay tuition for like $400 and get college credit that way. I wanted to do that. But normal college courses, you're looking at $2,300, $2,400. That's the norm. But if we reimbursed that full expense, we would have.
That's just a one-time. So if they take 2 classes, $900 is all they're getting.
They get $900
One time. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I've got on the PD report.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tate, your turn now.
All right. I just want to say, first of all, that a tribute to your administration. When I came in, how well things were running when I came in. And I think that shows what great leadership you have among administration, particularly Ms. Stewart, but also Ms. Holland and Ms. Burton as well. So I came in, hit the ground running that first week. We had title night that week. It was very well attended. A lot of good activities for the kids, and good to see parents in the building that night. And then the next week was parent-teacher conferences. Pretty good. I thought the overall attendance for that as well. And the building looked really nice. A lot of artwork and different things put up by the kids. Sarah fed us very well that night, and that was greatly appreciated. And I've been in the classrooms doing some observations and just trying to maintain order. So a lot of good folks, teachers in their places doing what they need to do, and just good bunch of folks. So
We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
I'll just be real honest with you though, I won't come back after Christmas.
Messing up your routine.
Yeah, it does. Nap at 3 o'clock sometimes. Once in a while, but
No
you
blame
know, Mr. just gonna have to let y'all know one way or the other. What's gonna happen? 'Cause, I mean, seriously, you got teacher decisions that are gonna have to be made, whether or not they come back. You're gonna have to have new hires for next year. So you really need to get somebody in here next year that hopefully will come in the second semester and be someone you want to come back for the next year or two as well. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
you bet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to help out. So you guys, the district's great to me, for 18 years. So just way I can help out a little bit and return the favor. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you.
Ms. Holland.
If we look at the attendance audit report, there's an attendance number summary report, and then you have the attendance audit report. In there, in the file, you can see it.
Mhm.
Any questions about the attendance? And then we have the behavior data in there as well. So, sorry, I'm hard time scrolling on my computer. We had our first quarter battle of the classes winners. We have 6th grade and 12th grade. They really like getting a drink from the brew. It's going well. I gotta get the results right away because they want to hear it rather than and I promise I'll get it to you. But they're excited about that. Our juniors and seniors attended Build My Future in Jeff City, October 16th, and it was a great thing. We actually had a student that was, a senior last year who graduated and was working there, so the kids had a great time with that. Mr. Callis was here earlier. Our 8th grade students toured WCC on the 16th. Our sophomores are going sometime this month. We had a really good feedback from Phelps County for our Go Cats kids, especially Lexi. They went. It was from Phelps House cardiology department. They really praised our students, and we had our first quarter honor roll. It's a long list. Of course, I added this in my November newsletter as well for the community. We have the principal's honor roll and the honor roll. We also did I'm gonna Coach Schofield here earlier. We had a successful hosting of the Frisco League tournament. It went great. Congratulations to Mrs. Gray. She had her baby girl, Evelyn Josephine, on October 22nd. Counseling department has been hosting lunch and learns. We've had a lot come in to talk to our students, but our counseling department are also exploring other careers, for our students who are not college bound. So we have those opportunities for them. And Mrs. Carlton is, she will track down those seniors, making sure they'll fill out those scholarship applications. So we had our red ribbon, Stuco, first quarter assembly. It was great. And I had a little picture there of our us dressing as condiments, and I was the hot dog, so there we go. We had our student of the month for middle school and high school. For middle school is Jeremiah Forthman, and for high school is Abby Henson. We also did, for students with perfect attendance, we got them gift cards, and then we draw names for each grade, which we did that at the same assembly. Which, we plan on doing that every quarter.
I like that, yeah. I mean, some people
Yeah.
like that too.
That's right, yeah.
And it was great, I got a lot of hugs. I got a lot of hugs from the kids. So our October potluck was very successful. It was, pretty much, everybody is pretty much 100, almost like I'd say 97, 98%. Our second round of formative evaluation, I have completed that. We are really working hard and making sure that, with the CSL grant, which we are getting an extra $500, $5,000, I'm sorry. We're getting extra $5,000, so we wasn't counted, but we're getting that, and I'm hoping to, be able to use that money for a science curriculum for next year. So like I told Ms. Burns, put it in the curriculum fund and, let us use it for next year. But we're also making sure, the district has been working with RPDC with, it's called DAPL, developing assessment capable learners. And we're hoping to be very intentional and very consistent with that this year. Our staff have started with, okay, these are the things that, these are my goals for this year with DACL. And it is a complete, I'd say, I'm like trying to compare, a first part of last year and this year, I'd probably say, a lot of those things that our BDC comes in and talks about, before you might see it, off and on, but now it's more often, we're seeing those strategies implemented in the classroom. So the big thing that we're really are trying to do, so your kids might go home and say, why are they writing in Mr. Beard's class? So we are really trying to integrate writing all across content areas. So we have that focus. So if they go home and they say they're writing in, I don't know, maybe art or something, that's why we're trying to really integrate literacy all across the board. I talked about $5,000. You guys are invited. Mrs. Heenan is very gracious enough to host. We're gonna have an art exhibit at the Humboldt on Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. And this is kind of like a, like a formal event for kiddos. Like they have to show up, dress nice and everything. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah. It'd be cool.
Questions? Okay.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Burton?
Hey, so I have Dr. Sean Randall with me. Some of you guys might remember him from last year. He was my MESA superintendent coach. This is my third year participating with the MESA superintendent coaching program. This is my second year with him. He knows all of our district stuff, so he's stuck with me again this year. So we meet usually monthly and kind of text whenever I have like little hiccups or if I have questions. He's always here to help. So great resource for me. And anything you ever have questions about, we've kind of asked him all the things. So, but yeah, so he's here tonight. But
Speech?
huh?
Speech? No?
If we have any questions, he is here.
Do you have a good story about your foot?
Our board filing dates, that is coming up. So we'll open those on December 9th and close on December 30th this year. We will have 3 open positions this year. The election is April 7th. So we will have that posted. We'll put it in the Dixon Pilot. We'll put it in the Dixon Pilot, and we'll be open all the regular days. If the district is closed, we will be closed here. So we'll list those out on our board, on our website, and put it in the Dixon Pilot. The snow day procedures, I've listed those. I'll put a little flyer there. It'll show the difference between the traditional snow days and the AMI days. Most of the packets went out. If you went to your kids' parent-teacher conferences, you probably got a packet. But online, there are those AMI resources as well. We got those out early just in case. So it shows all of those resources and where we're going to publish if there's a snow day or a weather day.
Which one's first? Or
Traditional first. So once those are all used, we'll go to AMI just like we did last year.
last year?
And we used every single hour last year.
Yeah.
So
The state didn't forgive anything last year.
no. So the next thing there is a 2025 special ed bus purchase. If you go, I did have a little brochure for the little bus there. It is a 12 and 2. It's a gas bus. It has, they told us it'll have less than 1,000 miles on it. They went 12 and 2 means
12 rows, 2 chairs per seat.
it'll have 2 wheelchair accessibilities. Like we can put 2 wheelchairs. Yeah. Yeah. So with the incoming people that we have coming in, we will probably need 2 wheelchair spots.
You don't have to have a CDL, or do you have to have a CDL to drive?
No, you don't have to have a CDL, but you do have to have a chauffeur's license. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So we have a budget.
I was gonna say, you're not getting paid. You can start driving this one.
Can't get paid here either.
Volunteer anyway.
Yeah.
So we have a budget of 100,000, but we did get that 22,500 of that DARE grant that was given to us this year. So we do have that kind of flexibility in our revenue this year to play with. The purchase price of this one is 115, so we could make that work. They wanted a little bit over 120. We got them down a little bit. So
Does it come with any type of maintenance plan or anything like that?
like warranty-ish. I don't know. We can ask them, but it does come with all the seat belts and all the things. So if we did want a 3-year-old preschool route, we can do that because 3-year-olds have to be in a seat belt. So we can do a 3-year-old route if we wanted with this bus.
I'm not gonna put used tires on it like they did our other new bus.
I know. Nope, this is brand spanking.
Slick.
Yeah.
So with that though, the kids that are still not out of car seats, etc.
Can use it. Just regular with the seat belt. School buses can use it without car seats. Yeah.
Just like a regular kid don't have to wear seatbelts on the regular school bus.
Yeah, but a 3-year-old that weighs
know.
40 pounds.
They say a bus is the safest form of transportation. I think that's what they really do say.
I wrecked one in
Till it
Boston.
flips over.
I was on one that wrecked. I didn't get hurt.
Crocker had one wreck one time too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
really?
true.
90.
Don't bring that up.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was WCC, I think. Okay, so kind of last changes to the soccer field MOU. So I put the regular one on there, and then they gave us back a new proposed city. The city did. I kind of summed it up there in bold what the differences were. We put on there mowing the optimal length. You know, we use the word optimal. You know, they said they would mow it on a set schedule. They didn't like the,
What's a set schedule?
they just said set schedule. Okay. We also said something about the maintenance, keeping up with the maintenance. They didn't want to put that in there too. And then we said something about the naming rights, you know, because we had with Hardesty, you know, we had that big deal with Hardesty. They didn't want the district to be involved with that, so they took that out. And then the weather day decisions, they wanted to be joint with that instead of us being responsible for that. So those were the biggest adjustments that they made. So
What does it matter if we vote yes or no on this? Like, is there, there's no accountability or anything like that though, right? Like if we vote no, I mean, they're still gonna do exactly what they want to do. If we vote yes, they didn't agree to what we wanted to talk to them or whatever, what we agreed with kind of originally. Right?
And if we say it's playable, they say it's not playable. Is it playable or is it not playable?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't, yeah, I don't
It
know.
has to be somebody's decision. It
Mhm.
can't
Gotta
be,
be a third, yeah, somebody's gonna break that tie.
I'll be the tiebreaker.
Sounds like a board president kind of thing.
Don't be the.
But like I said, like us voting yes or no doesn't mean anything, I don't think, or does it?
yeah, I mean, we signed it, we gave it to them.
Because
They
if we don't
gave it
like,
back.
if we don't like some of these terms and we vote no, then what happens?
Yeah,
And just like Tyler said, if they say, you know, they're not playing that day and
Mhm.
the athletic director says, no, we are, and we play, you know, what, then
Well,
what happens?
I know, but then, like you said, what schedule? I mean,
Does
is that
that do with
once a month?
Yeah.
We say no,
They
does
didn't
it not
say
get
what
the
the schedule was, like,
We already gave them the money.
Was this part of like, is this what we sent when we voted to give them the, what was it, $15,000?
Yeah.
This was part of that?
we sent them the MOU and the check was signed.
Well, maybe we should have had them sign it before we give them that check. Or if
Oh.
we don't want to agree to
That
what they,
wasn't the and or.
Yeah, I don't think.
You didn't have like a action of an and or.
I,
it is our
I,
fault.
I don't like the vagueness of this. I think there needs to be more.
That was,
But I agree with Joey, like,
what are you gonna do though?
what now?
Well, and
They
that's the
got their
question.
money, I mean,
Well, that's what you gotta, like, that is, I mean, they don't want us to play, the AD says yes, then what do we do? Like, that's not addressed in here. And
But that
going
was-
on a set schedule, what set?
What's the set schedule?
But
Once a
no.
week?
But if they never
Two
agreed to
weeks.
an MOU, then, I mean, what's it matter? Like,
they got the
At the end of the day,
$15,000
they
they
got
wanted,
15
so
grand and they're.
it really, it's their call now.
And we said
We did.
like an optimal grass because they didn't mow it for so long.
There was an MOU though, right? I mean, this says changes to the MOU.
Mhm.
Well,
No, they didn't sign on.
we had. an
Oh,
MOU.
they didn't
This is
sign
the
off.
changes.
They
Yeah.
didn't sign
They
on.
didn't agree to our MOU.
Mhm. Yeah.
I guess it'll be, what normally happens is the soccer coach will be out there mowing it before the game, so he can stripe it.
Yeah, for set schedule of every 2 weeks, probably ain't good enough in
No.
May for a
Spring
soccer
for
game.
sure.
No.
Mhm.
Especially with
week.
all that, I don't know if you guys
Twice
see
a week.
that
It's
grass
green,
is,
green, yeah.
it's beautiful. And if they don't keep it mowed,
And
it
that's the bad
will
thing.
destroy
Mhm.
Are they gonna hydro seed it again? That's what I heard.
They're gonna liquid fertilize them.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It'll go straight in the ground and not just sit and wait for rain.
They're doing that soon. Ish.
Spring.
Oh, spring.
Yeah, that'll have to be after thaws, I don't know.
About March, end
Yeah,
of
I was
March,
gonna say, yeah.
first of April, for after the freeze thaws.
Yeah, I'm with you, I mean, either way, if they're not gonna do it, like, we're still
I mean,
gonna.
the
you're
ball's
still
out of
gonna
our
have-
court.
Yeah, you're still
They
gonna
can
have
do whatever they want to
the
do.
coach out
Sounds
there.
like it's gonna be
doing it.
exactly like it's been. Nothing benefited the school, I don't feel. Besides, I mean, they do got a nice bit. We have no say still.
Yeah, we have no say. Because they're gonna say, get off our
Yeah.
field.
And what can we do? No.
hmm Yeah, we still can't stay on our field. Our field. So, and then there is, board policies that I know you guys read. And then
700 of them.
there was many.
Is that where you at?
That
Thank
was
you.
all from the MSBA update.
I do the report ledger.
What, the MSBA update comes out how often?
This was actually from last month, but we were
Do
busy
they send
last
you
month.
updates monthly?
No, it's usually like what, quarterly? Kind of like push out. Yeah,
Oh,
they push out like quite a bit.
gotcha.
So,
So then these adjustments are made to keep our policies.
Yeah,
in line.
yeah. Like when House bills kind of go through, Senate
Uh-huh.
bills, all those kind of roll through.
Gotcha.
And that's all.
Good.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Need a motion to go into closed session.
Motion.
All second.
Pierce.
Yes.
Mendez.
Yeah.